I've been in Malta for over 6 years, and since 2013 I'm running the NGO Fragmenta. Now, Fragmenta was founded with the idea of organizing pop-up exhibitions in the public space. For each edition, I'm inviting one or several artists, and the idea of Fragmenta is to really bring the exhibitions outside of the conventional spaces into the public space. So each event, and we do 4 to 5 events per year, each event takes place in a different location all over the Maltese islands. So we've had several events in Valletta, but then also in Rabat, on the coastline, in abandoned bunkers, in a shelter. The last one took place in a shelter in Birkirkara, or in a parking lot. And I find it very exciting because on the one hand it allows the artists to be confronted with a different, the real life environment, and to really think about how to bring art into an interaction with the life of public space and with people. And on the other hand, it allows random passers-by to be surprised and to be confronted with something that they didn't expect. So the audiences that we have for Fragmenta events is always a really varied mix of people who know exactly what they're coming for, and people who just happen to be there in this public space, like in the parking space. Maybe they set up a picnic and then there's a performance that is happening next to them. And there's this nice vibe of being surprised and being confronted with something. And I think there's a very big learning curve also involved in that. Since 2016, Fragmenta is supported by the Valletta 2018 Foundation. So we are planning a couple of bigger events, bigger in the sense that until now the idea of the pop-up exhibitions was that it's linked to a one-day event, that it's limited to the space of 24 hours, which in some cases was quite extreme. Like we had one event which was really circling around a sunset. So we had people coming to almost like a specific appointment to watch an art event that took place around the sunset in Marsa Scala. First exhibition will take place over 11 days, which is already a big leap from 1 day to 11 days. And then we're planning actually one installation that will remain in the public space, hopefully forever, and another couple that will stay for a month. So we're playing with the duration, but the concept of bringing art into public space is going to stay the same. The coming exhibition is called The Snake Show. And as the title suggests, it's about snakes. So it takes snakes as a starting point to think about the relation between snakes, religion, the symbol of a snake, and women. The idea of having the snake show run between February 1st and February 11th is a very it's not by accident that we chose those days, because February 1st is the International Serpent Day, which is actually celebrated throughout the world. St. Paul's Day, who, as every Maltese will know, is very much linked to the snake, and that was actually, St. Paul was also the starting point for the reflection of the snake show, because of St. Paul came to Malta and he was bitten by a snake, and then it started this whole veneration. There's a whole thread that almost became independent about St. Paul, that it was believed that the earth of the grotto where he lived in for 3 months in Rabat was holy and was preventing people from snake bites. So people were chipping off the stone from this grotto and were selling it. It was very common throughout the 16th up to the 18th century to sell this earth. It was called terra melitensis or terra sigillata melitensis, to really prevent or heal against snake bites. And it was actually sold by the Order of St. John, so it was under ecclesiastical authority. And there's all these stories that I want to bring into the research of this exhibition, but then it will be mixed up and juxtaposed with contemporary artworks, with films, photography, paintings, and also some found objects.